you fuzzy?
Yeah, I'm fuzzy, all right. Look all right.
Okay.
Hello, my beautiful.
Good morning.
You look still asleep, Miss Kid.
I am a little bit.
Hello, Americans. Another friend, subscribers around the world. Back again, man. Gonna do a little,
Better set your coffee down.
Why, you think I'm gonna do some mountain junkers? Gonna do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Dude, I got up at 6 o'clock and it started snowing, and it's still snowing. And I just got an alert on my phone because originally it was supposed to snow about an inch in the morning, and then let up, and I just got an alert that, hey, it's going to start at 9. It's 9:32. It's going to start at 9:32 and continue on.
So did it say that we were still going to get the 5 inches overnight, or we're just going to get it during the day today?
I didn't get that far into it. You trying to freak me out here?
No, I think we're probably just going to get the snow during the day today instead of overnight.
Okay, we'll see. We might just get the snow during the day and overnight.
It is winter.
Yeah, they're calling.
Oh,
it's not
in the
good.
winter.
Not good.
It snows.
But it's all part, man. So today we are going to be, you're getting it straight from the Hillbilly headquarters, because this right here, where you see us, other than if we're sitting in our chairs over there or in front of the fire, this is pretty much where we're going to be today.
Well, I thought if we could get our chores done early enough that we could play some board games.
Yeah, how about some dice?
We could.
Miss me some dice.
Do our
love
winter
dice. And so we may end up doing one there later, just to chat. But this is going to be a little morning junkers, or morning junker, morning junkers, little mountain junkers,
morning
reselling, morning coffee chat, visit, and an old butt chewing for Alabama pickers, Dusty. No, actually it turned out good. So Dusty, and Tristan, you guys say Tristan. Tristan, man, if someday we might hook up, I'm going to teach her how to fly fish. 10 and 2.
I've been trying to come up with a cute nickname for you, too.
Dusty's got a few of them. But anyway, so Dusty over at Alabama Pickers, check him out. I'll put his link down below. He's been saying, he's been doing it for about, a week or something? But he does like a 24-hour...
blowout.
He's like, yeah, blowout, man. He done 50%, man. He's just kicking butt at it. But he didn't warn me.
So we tried.
So I thought, hey, man, Dusty says, hey, try 50% off. Okay. But what I went through, and man, I've never done a 50% off. I have out at the shows and stuff. And at our store and stuff, we'd have shelves and stuff 50% off. So what I did, I think he put all his stuff. I didn't do that. But I went through, man, and stuff that, I was ready to move out or whatever. I put 50% off. And, man, I did that yesterday for a 24-hour sale that ends tonight, so you can get over there and check it out. I've used 50 gigabytes of data this month. But, I lost my train of thought.
50% off.
50% off. So I put it 50% off. We've actually, I don't know how.
Not everything, just this.
Yeah, no. I went and selected, and we have, I think, a little over 600 items on and stuff. So I went through, and I think I ended up putting about 200 and something.
A little over 200.
Yeah, a little over 200 items, 50% off. I was like, all right. So then it started, man, and that 50% off was great, but then they want another 50% off, man, because everything that I have, well, not everything, but the majority of the stuff I have is or best offer.
So the or best offer.
Yeah, so you didn't tell me, Dusty, they're going to,
lowball.
I was going to give them 50% off, and then they want it even cheaper, but no, it's turned out all right. And actually, when I first got the few, it'd come in, on something that was, I don't know, man, there was one thing that was like $30. And then I put 50% off, so then it was $15. And I'm sitting in my recliner, man, and then I look, and it's a $5 offer. And I'm like, what in the... it gave me like an attitude or whatever. So then I came out here and, ended up countering and stuff. And I always, when we sell, you know, think about our buyer and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And when I buy, you know, if I buy something or we buy something, we look at the, you know, the price of the item, of course, and you add your shipping. You know, that's the price you're paying for the thing to get it to your door. And so, man, I did it, and, you know, sat here and told myself, man, I'm doing this 50% off, blah, blah, blah. And so then I just started, you know, kind of figuring out what, you know, and I actually countered, you know, the one, it was funny, man, that's the most offers I've done back and forth, man, on, something for quite a while, man. We ended up using the whole thing, and man, it was all under 20 bucks, man. We're back and forth. I was getting every penny I could.
But a lot of people really enjoyed that back.
They do, oh yeah, and that's, man, you know,
some don't.
Muskrat, you know, he did it on accident. It freaked him out, you know, at first. To me, the best offer, and I've said it before in these videos, the best offer to me, it reminds me so much of being out there at the swap meet or at my store or, you know, whatever, you know, bartering, you know, or not bartering, but,
Haggling.
Yeah, haggling, man. I love haggling and going back and forth and stuff, man. So, anyway, it's turned out real well, so thank you, Dusty, man. So make sure and check them out. They're great. It's great. And then, so I guess let's show some of this stuff, and then we'll talk about some other, we'll talk about snow. First, I'm going to do this just so I can pass this mother on. This Madonna, and she's actually a Yardro. You know, I don't know if you know about Yardro. Yardro is a high dollar.
There's no R in Yardro.
Yeah. Huh? There's no what?
There's no R in Yardro.
Okay. Yada. Anyway,
I guess there are
out of my this is, man, goes out of my. I should have sat this on the table when I'm eating my fancy meat and my cheese, man. I'd really be filling up town. But anyway, this thing, it's actually worth probably a couple $100. We picked it up very cheap.
Yeah.
It was actually when our friends were closing down their store and she just wanted it gone, and we ended up basically, man, look at that finger, so fragile. But anyway, long story short, I ended up taking an offer and everything on after a 50% off thing, and then go back and forth and stuff. I ended up getting $60.65 shipped, and it's so fragile. Miss Kitty will make sure it gets there safe, and I'll be glad to have it out of my hands. Me and Fragile don't
get along too well.
Don't get along all that great. So all right, so that kind of, that was the first one. I just wanted it out of here. And then we have, I got this kind of a keychain or medallion or whatever, but it's a snap-on, little bronze snap-on, 50-year anniversary, $14.95 shipped. And then and this actually, a quick story. I always got a story for you, man. This book actually came from the same people that this hat, everybody keeps talking about my hat. This hat is a llama, and the folks, I got this from an estate, but the folks that this hat came from raised llamas, and they were known as the llama thing. Well, they also had this book, and it's on emus, and that's where we picked this up, and ended up getting $40.12 shipped. It's pretty rare book. But back to the hat, so they raised llamas and stuff. A very, very sad, tragic story. Was that this year? Or was that last year?
I can't remember if it was.
I think it was last year. All the years, man. When you get 50, all the years run together. You'll get there, Miss Katie. But anyway, they raised llamas, and I told her I believe that this was made out of their llamas, and they were an older couple in their late 70s, I think, maybe even into their 80s, and was coming back from McCall and went off the road, man, into down towards the river, and both of them were killed. So very sad story. So this hat means a lot to me. I didn't, we didn't like hang out. I knew them, and they actually had been on the property and stuff like that, but we weren't like, we didn't go fishing and stuff, but great people, man. Very sad. But so this hat will never be for sale, because people keep trying to buy my dang hat. I love it.
tell him he should get into felting and be a
Yeah.
hatter.
Yeah, so man, the way you make it, because I reshape all mine, and I'm actually, if this one hat that I'm working on getting right now turns out, I may end up, if Miss Kitty lets me, selling, because it's one of her favorite. This is her very favorite. But, other than maybe my Eagle Claw ball cat, she loves that one. But my white one that I wear with the stovetop thing, I may end up putting, it'd be pretty good price because it's a very quality hat, and Miss Kitty actually tied the band. Anyway.
And it's vintage.
Huh? Yeah, it's a vintage hat and stuff. But I have 3, 4.
Don't even count them.
6 cowboy hats.
and that's not
counting the ball caps.
Or
Ball
the
caps are
stocking
out of control.
hats.
Air stocking hats.
Or the welding ones.
Yeah. Then you've got this. Look at this fancy. This one's gonna be on today. I've showed it before. All right, back to business, Miss Kitty. You can't always tell stories in the middle of everything. We're trying to get stuff done. All right, so we got. This was a Miss Kitty score. Vintage Federal Eagle porthole convex bullseye mirror, $38.43 shipped. And this thing, this took a little while, but it's pretty dang cool. It is pretty dang cool. Vintage, new, brand new, old stock. Trine number 47 BC, musical door chime, wood grain, new, old stock. $44.86 shipped.
Back when this was manufactured and packaged, they did not think about shipping.
Yeah, with the fancy cardboard and all that. Yeah, for sure. Then this, I got this, and Miss Kitty wouldn't let me wear it.
Why did you
what
buy
in
that?
the heck did you buy that for? I don't know if you can see it. Man, it's this dragon. He's pretty awesome.
Not that the dragon isn't, cool.
Cool, but she
nice
just didn't want her
chain.
husband. She thought I was trying to be a
rapper?
a goth or something. A vintage dragon pendant chain, man, with a nice chain. Chain necklace, gothic, mystical, goth. See, that's what I was trying to do, Miss Kitty.
Mystical?
So, I didn't pay much, and ended up getting $14.96 shipped after I put it half off. And then one of mine, I actually have, I'll be putting another one of these on because I have, I think, 3 or 4 copies. Besides my buddy Steve Beck. If anybody knows Steve Beck in Oregon, tell him to get a hold of me.
Do you think he's still in Oregon?
I don't know where. He went over, was taking care of that place up in the mountains.
Steve Beck, he's an artist.
Yeah, he's actually the one that showed me how to harvest twig and gave me and got me into the native flutes.
Yeah, he makes flutes.
Yep, and then, because he played beautifully.
A rock hound.
Yeah. He actually, I think I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again. I just because I ain't got nothing else to do. But he,
I have something to do.
Oh, you do?
I do. I got to ship.
Oh, okay. I hope you took a pee before you sat down this time. But,
actually, I did.
Okay. Anyway, he shows up and he's having some vehicle problems. And we'd always see him up in Sumter. And, he came up from down south, rockhounding, and man, he had this opal, it was an opal, fire opal, man, and it was like this big, man, and it was worth, I can't even remember the price, man. You go like this, and man, the star and just everything, this thing was amazing. And
the garnet has a star.
Okay, so what
is it? A star garnet? No, that was what Pineapple had.
Yeah,
Pineapple had the star garnet.
Yeah, anyway. Whatever it was, man, this opal or this, it might have been a girl. I don't know, man. It was the biggest. I can't. It's been so long ago, man. But anyway, he shows us this, and he's all, yeah, this is my new van. I'm gonna get me a van with this, man. I'm like, sweet. And man, he takes off. He comes back a few days later, man, in this nice, I can't remember what it was. One of the, minivan. This is 20 years ago, and shows up, man, in this nice little van and stuff, and he'd traded that rock for it, man. It was pretty cool. He's so great. So if anybody, man, he's from his mom and sister, I think, lived in Baker City, Oregon, and he'd go and take care of he's a lot like us, totally backwoods Hillbilly guy, and
Back to the Earther.
yeah, he was a back to the earther. That's our new man. Forget all the homesteading and off grid and all that, man. Back to earthers. We're starting a movement here. Get back to the earth, man. We need to take care of her. So anyway, so off Steve and all that, but he taught me, and other than that, I picked up a copy of this, which I have my original one in there. This one and another one, and that's how I taught myself to build twig furniture and shelves and all that stuff. So it's a long story just to show $14.38 shipped. Sorry, Miss Kitty. Jeez.
No, you're fine. I just gotta harass you.
You got pee? And then we got this. I picked this up. I just thought it was cool. And then come to find out, once I looked it up, got it home and looked it up and everything, it's a wind velocity meter. And it actually is supposed to have the little dill, you know, that spins, and this one doesn't. But I still got $19.40 shipped. There's the little Madonna. And then this, man, I thought I'd do better on it. It's actually something my son scored, and it's pretty funny because he scored it up in Moscow. I put it on, and we put a pretty high dollar on it for a while. And it didn't sell and everything, and we have one of our, he don't watch our videos or nothing, but we have a buyer that buys from us all the time.
You don't know if he watches our videos.
Yeah, that's true, but we have a buyer that buys, you know, a lot of Idaho history stuff and everything that lives in Moscow, and lo and behold, my son picks this up in Moscow. We end up bringing it down here, listing it, and now it's getting shipped back to Moscow. But it's a cool old, very vintage, antique Moscow Fire Department belt buckle, very rare ambulance, $26.67 shipped. I didn't do as good on this little one here as I did on the last one, but a nice other one had a little fold-up tray, but a little SK Tools metal USA socket set box. This is the one. This is the one we went back and forth. I ended up getting $13.70 shipped. And then this, I don't know if you've seen the little gal's note on the camera. Yeah, she was so excited about this little camera. I thought I'd do a lot better, man, than when we got home. This is one of those things you pick up, you know, when you're out. You just don't know. Yeah, you just don't know about things. And this is like a little spy camera for vintage. Yeah. And when we got home, man, there was actually quite a few of them on. But it's this little tiny camera. You wind up like this.
And you can actually still buy the film for it there on eBay, so.
Yeah, pretty dang cool. Yeah, it takes these little tiny rolls of film. Ended up selling that for $21.70 shipped.
I don't know where you'd have it developed, but I guess you could just go to like a Walgreens or something.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You got to go to like a specialty thing or what you got to do. I don't know nothing, Miss Kitty. I don't know nothing. Then we got a vintage United States cutlery Bellevue, New Jersey Green River style knife. $14.70 shipped. Man. Then this one's pretty dang nice. I almost hated getting rid of this one. I like this one a lot, and it was a half off one because I had it on for 40 or 50 bucks. But it's an old 3-pin vintage 14-inch kinfolk chrome fillet knife with beautiful wood 3-pin handle, rare. $21.70 shipped, man. Look at that flaying fish. Beautiful.
Or anything, not just.
I want to keep everything, man. I love it all. All right, what do we got here? And then we have, waiting on payment on this. I don't know what this, because I ended up, this one's
without shipping.
Without shipping. So it's $16.85 plus shipping. Still waiting on payment on that one. It's an old Walkman. Oh, sorry about that. Vintage Walkman, sports Walkman headphones, tested and works great. You know how I feel about electronic, any of that crap. And this thing, man, I really hated to see go because I really love it. I love it, man. You got to get it all organized. It's going to New York. It is a vintage metal wind chime, cowbell, goat bell door / gate rustic country decor. $33.29 shipped.
To me, it looks like a person.
Yeah, it does.
With the
Kind of,
shoulders
yep.
here and the
That's
arms.
funny.
There's the legs.
He's so funny, this kid.
I know.
So that was, man, that was just, yeah, like I said, just last night I did the sale, and so thank you, Dusty. Next time warn me that they're going to want it even cheaper than cheap. But it all turned out great.
Yep.
All right, tell the story of your phone there, Miss Kitty.
Well, it hasn't been resolved yet because I still need to make a phone call to customer service. So I stated in the listing that the battery was failing, and then on their return claim, they claimed that the Wi-Fi wasn't working well. I use the internet. That's what we use for our internet is our phone. So I stood my ground. PayPal ended up siding with them, let them ship it back. So I got it back. I opened up the package, and the first thing, one of my biggest concerns is that my accessories wouldn't be included in the package, and that they had, done something to the phone or shipped me the wrong phone or something. So I opened up the package, and I first see the charger and the the glass protector that I had shipped with it. So my accessories were there, but there were 2 extra accessories in the box.
And not wrapped up.
And yeah, it wasn't wrapped up.
Yeah, it was just thrown in the box.
All loose in the box, all floating
Bouncing
around. Yeah. So I'm like, what is this? They shipped me a brand new battery and the tools to replace the battery. And, that's just, I'm just still kind of dumbfounded over that. Why would they, I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm thinking in my head, why would they do this? They tried to replace the battery.
And then just
so I flipped my phone over, and they broke the back of the phone.
You have to use this little pick tool to do it. Our
open
daughter
up the
does
back,
a lot of them.
And so they damaged the phone. I turned the phone on, and it immediately connects to Wi-Fi.
That's what they
as
said
soon as
it
it
wouldn't
powers
do.
up, it connects to Wi-Fi, and that was their reason for returning it, is that it didn't connect to Wi-Fi. And they didn't wipe the phone, so all of their stuff is still on the phone, all their text messages,
nudies,
all their selfies.
We're seeing more of the dude than we really flipping ever want to do.
Yeah, so I got to call PayPal and talk to them about it and see what to do.
And it's crazy. It was signed in. Man, I could get it.
On his,
if we were
Facebook,
that kind of type of people, yeah. His Facebook
Everything
signed in,
in.
his YouTube, every account that he has.
is signed in.
Yeah, Cara sat there and just went through. She's all, he's got this. This is it. I can't. She just couldn't. She was just floored. And then
she's our phone guru.
Yeah, and he obviously transferred all the things, and there's thousands of pictures. And like I said, man, everything from half naked women to him freaking butt ass naked. Excuse the PG-13. That's what Dusty said.
And he's not a young guy. I mean, he's our age, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit younger. We're getting older.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what the heck, And oh yeah. Anyway, so is that all you had to say about that?
That's all I got to
So
say.
so it marred it up.
No resolution yet.
Yeah, not.
He does have his money back.
Yeah, they gave him his money back.
I've got a damaged phone and.
Basically, and like I said, man, we're gonna fight. We're gonna, and then you can say, well, hey, you got a battery and a thing, but man, the bamboo and stuff on the back of this beautiful, phone is just marred to crap.
I can't just.
It's not hugely unusable, ugly.
Right. It doesn't make it unusable.
But it's still just got the scratch. It's
definitely damaged it.
Yeah, pretty dang annoying. And the whole thing is he got the little toolkit, but he got the wrong toolkit because there's a little pick. It comes into there's 4 little, screwdrivers, if you want to call them. And then there's a little pick that raises the back and the seal. they dang near super glue them things. So you got to use that little pick, and you got to do it careful. I don't do it because I would throw that mother against the wall, but Cara does a lot of them. So, anything else that we have on this wonderful?
Yeah. Would you please show those knives? The one. Don't say where it's going or show the back sides of them or anything. The ones that I'm shipping out today.
Oh, so I can't say the names or anything.
No, please don't.
Okay, so we got. Not even. I've already said it 73 times. All right,
okay,
these ones were a trade. Is that good? If I just say it's a trade.
Yeah, and no
so
names.
Got the.
You're not doing the names.
Nope, I ain't doing the names. We ended up burning their names. It ain't no artworks. Look like some hillbillies burned the names in them.
Yeah,
but they
goes
turned
right
out
along
pretty
with
good.
the
That's right. So those 2, but them are gone. And then in the process of doing all those. Pounded out a couple more and made some handles, so we got a Raven's beak.
Currently listed on.
Currently listed, yes.
On eBay.
On eBay. I put these on as auction, and this one's a crow's beak.
Crow's beak has a current bid.
Yep, crow's beak is bid on right now, and those will be on. I can put them on 5-day auction, so another 4 days. And right now, that's about the only way that you're, gonna get one of our knives is just like I said,
Christmas guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed before Christmas. I may end up trying to make. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, man, and I will always, man, I would love, and I mean, once we get our, the eBay and everything, and our, everything back to, eBay way up, as far as listings and stuff, and it's carrying itself. I mean, our dream is to have our place all dialed in, and I would love to sit out here in my foyer or whatever you call the, my little yard or my whimsical area that I'm building or growing or, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, my inspirational, because that's all the trees and everything. Eventually, man, when you come up to this place, it's just going to, look like this whimsical, magical place. And our dream, or my dream, Miss Kitty's dream would be to sit in the chair reading a book or playing one of her little games, but I want to be, what's that look?
I've got things that I want to do too.
Oh, you do?
I do.
What are you going to do, tin art out there?
Yeah.
Well, you want to do tin art in here.
Well,
anyway, ain't trying to offend you, dude. Man, give me the look, man. Jeez, gosh. I thought you might enjoy reading the book. That's what you want to do when I'm fishing. You want to get on? You want to get on right now?
Stop that. You're going crazy over there. You better be careful. I've got scissors right here.
It's the snow. But anyway, so what I want to do, who knows what she wants to do. But what I want to do is be able to make my twig furniture, my flutes, and, my knives. Obviously, the knives, I ain't sitting out in the nice little, whimsical area. What are some things that you'd like to do out in that area, Miss Kitty?
Tin art. I have always wanted to learn how to.
But that we're going to make a bench in here for that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I guess you could sit out there and do the.
Yeah. I like making the twig signs.
Oh yeah. So you sit out there and do it.
Yeah.
I thought you
might.
You wouldn't like to sit in the shade and read a book?
Some like that bottle tree that we looked up.
Oh yeah, the one.
Not out of a tree, but out of
Rusty Raccoon's daughter.
Yeah.
Rusty Raccoon, his daughter, says they need to make a bottle tree. And the first thing I think of, man, is
like a shoe tree.
Yeah, like a there's a shoe tree. It's gone. Didn't they cut that down or something down there or something between Burns and Vale? Anyway, where all these people would throw these shoes, this whole tree was the shoe tree. It was just very strange, but kind of cool. And man, when we first got this place, what I thought of as a bottle tree, because he's all, I don't know what she's talking about. I knew exactly what she's talking about, man. Because I went out on one of the trees. I started hanging, putting wires and hanging bottles. Well, obviously my mind wasn't.
Ones that didn't have value.
Yeah, just old colorful bottles, and this old tree down here that was dead. Just to add some pizzazz to it. And I didn't think about filling with rain and snow and all that. And man, the following spring, this is 6 years ago, whatever, when we first bought the place, and I blew the bottoms out of all my dang bottles, so all I got to do is clean up a bunch of glass. So then I thought, well, man, you put a little tape or cork in that mother. So I thought I knew what she was talking about, and then Miss Kitty Googles it. She's all, you better
Google that.
Because I'd wrote back to them. And actually they take and you guys might know what one is, but they take the bottles, and put them basically sideways or kind of angled up with Christmas lights inside them. They do these trees and stuff. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Definitely something we want to try and check out later. You got me all frustrated now. You're so mean to me. Really, that's how she is all the time. She gets all vicious. You got anything else, Miss Kitty? What else would you like to do out in your fancy little whimsical yard?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know we were going to talk about.
Well, neither did I, but you got all crazy with me, so I was trying to give you the floor. Yeah. Oh, jeez, man. Go seek some counseling after that.
Yeah, you
But
better.
anyway, that's the kind of stuff that we'd like. That's what I was talking about, was the knives.
To do in the future.
Yes.
I would like to show this and see if anybody knows about the inkwell.
The ink.
If there's a jar,
I'm sure there's a little insert.
But it has a lid, or is that missing a piece?
Yeah, this is a little. We finally determined when we first got it. We actually got it because it matched this awesome. Look at this little candle. These will be on too. I'm not so hip on the little flowers on them, but this is a candle snuffer. So yeah, that's pretty dang cool. And then both of them had, you know, basically the same brass, you know, color and everything, and then this matching flowers. So we got both of them. Had to buy them separate. And wasn't too sure. We were like, well, we can do whatever with this, and we'll try to figure out what it is. And it's for holding a pin, a quill pin, a quill or the quill's the one though that's
with a feather.
Right, that's yeah. But I'm talking because I did that in school. What's it called?
Calligraphy.
Yeah, calligraphy type pin, and then it's got the place for the inkwell. So, do any of you know? Is there a little bottle that fits in there with a cap, or
are we missing?
Or missing part?
Yes. Just wanted to know.
Yeah, but that was pretty
cool.
Pretty cool. What else, Miss Kitty?
That's it.
I'm sorry I upset you on video. Jeez.
I didn't know that you was going to be so sensitive. Are you being sensitive? That's right. Reach your own mug.
Actually, this is right to you.
No, you're the one that was being
You got all sensitive because I didn't involve you in the whimsical, magical area.
I know.
With your little tin art. Yeah. So then you got so bad here, man. And this. Take this.
That's right. And let me get my mug out.
All right, that's all I got, man. This thing it was going good, and it just went right straight down the tubes. So please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Yeah, that somebody was saying that the comments, Grampy was saying that. So anyway, I always get sidetracked, man. I'm delirious this morning. I might have had too much coffee already. Man, we pretty much drank all our Black Rifle coffee. That stuff is so amazing, and now we're working on finishing off the one Leaper sent us. Yep. Yeah. But so please like, subscribe, and share, and it helps keep the lights on.
Check out the link below, the Idaho Hillbilly on eBay. Help support the homestead.
Wow, Miss Kitty.
I thought I'd help you out.
Well, let's see you do the next one.
So good Lord willing. And the creeks don't rise.
Now I forgot my part. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya!